Hey guys, Scott here. Patch notes for 4.7 were released, at least for the PTB for now, so it's not necessarily a finalized change. But I want to talk about something because I want to play devil's advocate on it here. Rat liver was nerfed and not made base kit for Demogorgon. This is something that pretty much the entire community has been suggesting for Demogorgon for a very, very long time, and the devs have definitely seen the suggestion, and they've commented on the suggestion as well, and it appears they have not gone through with it, and in fact went in the complete opposite direction. Now, let's go over what Rat Liver does and why people like it so much. So, when you're charging of the Abyss, which is, Demogorgon is when he, sticks his arms out and he's ready to do his shred, dash attack, you are slowed down to, 92%, I think? 92% movement speed. So you move a little bit slower than survivors while you're charging it. And Rat Liver used to give you 9%, which means you would move very slightly faster than survivors while charging it. And people wanted this to be base kit because, it just feels good. It'd be like, if Huntress moved, significantly faster while holding her hatchets, that would just objectively feel great to play while you're playing the killer. So pretty much every Demogorgon player and everyone that liked Demogorgon wanted to see that base kit. And I'm going to play devil's advocate here. And I have to stick with consistency with my beliefs. And if I do that, I have to say that I don't think that should be base kit. And I'm going to explain why. First, before anyone gets angry, Demogorgon did not need nerfs at all in any regard. The devs have a history of when they buff things, they always have to sort of nerf something. They have to take something else away, even if it didn't need it, even if the killer is considered not great, which I think Demogorgon is better than people give him credit for, but he's certainly not amazing or anything like that. The thing is, Demogorgon is a save the best for last machine. Just like Oni is an infectious fright machine. Without these perks on these killers, they become way weaker. But with save the best for last, I think Demogorgon's actually not a bad killer. But that's just my opinion on him. I don't play him, as much as Demogorgon main, so I'm not going to pretend I'm an absolute master of him. But he's pretty simple to play. There's really not much to him. So I think you can make your opinion on him without being, a 5,000 hour Demogorgon player. That being said, here is why I think Rat Liver should not be base kit, but I just wanted to make that really clear. I don't think they should have nerfed it. That no aspect of Demogorgon should have been nerfed. I'll say that for the third time. No aspect of Demogorgon should have been nerfed. This is an argument against having Rat Liver be base kit, and the main argument people have for it is it just feels good, because it does. I mean, that is true. It does feel a lot better to just move a lot faster while charging your power. But my whole beliefs are killers should not get rewarded for doing nothing. And that is a belief that, whether they know it or not, a lot of people have in this game. That's why everyone hates Spirit. That's why a lot of people hate going against Deathslinger, Pyramid Head. All these killers have things that they can do where they have a constant threat of their power with having zero effort on their part. Spirit can stand still. You have to guess if she's phasing. Deathslinger can ready his gun and shoot faster than you can react to it, so he's basically always zoning you by simply existing, and if he has line of sight of you. Pyramid Head is the exact same way, where he can basically, at least he can't do it forever, so it's a bit less egregious than the other ones, but, he can just put his shit on the ground, he moves very slightly slower, and he doesn't really lose anything for doing that at every single loop. So, these people, or people hate going against these killers. I'm not saying everyone does, but a large portion of people hate going against these killers because they get to basically zone you for free. They don't lose anything, so it's not a skillful play anymore. It's not a skillful play to zone someone with a Deathslinger or to fake your power as a Spirit. You're not doing anything. The character is just based in their kit, that you are doing nothing as a player to earn that zoning or something like that. Now look at Huntress, for example. Her zoning is fair because not only does she have to ready up a hatchet, she has to fully charge a hatchet for it to be in a form where it's really undodgeable at medium to close range. And also she moves significantly slower while she's holding the hatchet. So there is a significant cost every time you ready a hatchet, and an even more of a cost if you choose to fully charge it, because now you've slowed down drastically and you've given the survivor time to react to what you're doing and try to make a plan based on that. Now in the open, obviously it's not that big of a deal because it's just, they're in the open. But if you're in the open against the killer, generally something has gone wrong and you kind of probably deserve to get hit. So that's why Huntress, despite having the similar mechanics, is not really widely as hated for that. She's hated because of her truck hitboxes, so that's a separate topic, but people don't really hate her because they feel like they're getting zoned for free, because it's not free. It costs her significant movement and time to get it to that fully charged state. Whereas killers like Deathslinger, Spearmid Head, Jesus Christ, that's a terrifying prospect. Spirit and Pyramid Head can just sort of zone you or make you do things for free while having zero effort on their part. And this brings us to Rat Liver. If you have Rat Liver on Demogorgon, you are now moving faster, albeit very slightly. You're moving faster than survivors while charging your of the Abyss. So now it is no longer a cost. If you're, within range of your power to hit, it is no longer a cost to fake your power. It is essentially a free zoning that you get at every single loop, every single time, with no effort to you. And I think that is not something that should be in the game. I would have to be consistent with my beliefs, and if I hate Deathslinger, then I would have to hate this as well, because you shouldn't be able to just zone people while doing nothing. It's not really... I don't think that's fair. There should always be a cost investment to a threat that the killer has to put out, and then the survivor should be able to do something about that. But it should still be probably more in the killer's favor, but it shouldn't just be free. And that's the main reason I think that Rat Liver should not be part of his base kit. Again, I don't think they should have nerfed it. I'm okay with it just being, the 101% movement speed that it used to be. I think nerfing it was a little silly, because now there is a cost, because you will actually start losing distance on the survivor if you ready it. Now, granted, you can just do it 50 times in a row, and it's not a big deal. It takes, 0.65 seconds to get it into a attackable state, so it's really not a big deal. But I just wanted to explain why, just because the entire community has requested this to be base kit, I actually agree with them in not making it base kit, because it sort of incentivizes that, or it emphasizes that whole, I'm counterplaying you while doing nothing, and I'm zoning you for free while simply existing gameplay that, people hate Deathslinger, Spirit, and Pyramid Head for. So I just don't want to see more of that. Now, they should have buffed 50 other things about Demogorgon Skit. That's a whole separate video. I just wanted to tackle this specific topic, because just because everyone thinks it's a good idea doesn't necessarily mean they should do it. And that goes for things I've suggested as well. That's, just because it's a popular opinion doesn't mean it's a good idea. And I wanted to explain why I think that was. But that is it, guys. I'm sure very many demo fans are not happy about this version of the opinion, but I think the argument at least makes sense. If it doesn't, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, Demogorgon definitely needs some other buffs. And I would probably do a whole rework series video on what we can do to make him actually good, while still not emphasizing that whole free zoning thing that is kind of boring to go against. So that's it, guys. Take it easy. Have a good one, and see you next time.